vlogged for about a week. I came back from London with 6 vlogs recorded and I've spent all week editing them and doing a number of other things. I'll tell you what I've been doing later. It's Friday today. I'm having a day at home with coffee on the go. It is about just gone 10 o'clock. What's going on today? Izzy's going to the seaside with a local friend and her family, so I need to just swap my pajamas for some actual clothes and run out and get some cash, because what usually happens is Isabel ends up getting bought food and drink by the people she's with, and then I say, oh, let me give you the money, and they say, no, it's fine, it's fine. So I'm just going to give her cash for it specifically this time, because I tell her to, you know, pay for it out of her bank and then I'll reimburse her. But anyway, that never works. They end up paying. You know what it's like, people offer, and anyway, that's turned into a ramble as well. So what have I been doing this week? This week, I should probably get my diary out to tell you what I've done this week, but I think I can summarise. So on Sunday I did a lot of practising, because I've got a gig tomorrow with a band I haven't gigged with for ages, so I need to do a lot of practice for that. And editing, of course. Every day I did a lot of editing, hours and hours of editing. Just take that as a given. On Monday I did a lot more flute practice again, and on Tuesday I had band rehearsal, so I had to commute by public transport to that. Wednesday I was working at the company of my boyfriend, doing some office work for not that long, probably not as much as 4 hours I don't think, but I was kind of interspersing that with editing as well. Then we had a horrendous journey back to my place. We got stuck in traffic for hours and hours, and then I ended up getting a urine infection again. So yesterday, which was Thursday, I had one of those sort of working through it at home, doing lots of admin jobs and editing and bits and bobs, local chores and that, sort of like, and going back and forth to the doctors, dropping off a urine sample, having that tested, getting put on antibiotics, and not practicing my flute. So I just wasn't up to it, but I am today, so I'm gonna have to do a load of that today. This has gone into a really long ramble, but I just feel like I needed to catch up with you because it's been so long since I spoke to you. Right, time's getting on. Izzy's in the bath. I'm gonna go and get that cash out. I'll speak to you later. I'm back with the cash, and do you know what I did? Opened the wallet up to put it inside, and there was a £20 note that I already had, that I forgot about. Since the pandemic, I barely ever use cash for anything, so God knows how long that's been in there. And also, as I looked down, I noticed my flies were undone, so I've been walking all around town like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get on with some stuff now, and I'll speak to you later. Oh, actually no, there's something I want to tell you. Oh, this is my bean. Look, I've got one bean. It's self-seeded. It's going up and up and up and up. It's like the magic beanstalk. I wish I had more now. So that seems to be surviving slugs so far. They're having a bit of a nibble. Do you know what? The pot that's nearest the bird feeder always just goes all grassy because all the seed ends up in it. I think these are from the bird seed as well. I'm not 100% sure. I need to weed them, don't I? Anyway, the reason I'm randomly pointing the camera at my flower bed is because I saw on the Wales Online app yesterday, we're getting a hosepipe ban in Wales. Not here, actually. Somewhere else, Pembroke and somewhere else. But according to the Wales Online app yesterday, this has been the driest summer on record since 1976, and in fact I was born in 75 and my early life was spent conserving water. We had standpipes in the street. I don't remember it, but I mean, I never learned to flush the toilet. My parents were tearing their hair out of me, you know, in years to come after I'd potty trained, because I just never flushed the loo. And I remember my dad saying years ago, he probably doesn't remember now, hi Dad, he'd be going, what, did I say that? I think so, unless I've got a fake memory. But I remember Dad saying, I think the reason you never flushed the loo is because you were potty trained during a really, really dry summer when everybody was encouraged not to flush the loo unless it was, you know, solid matter down there. God, I know I've tangential today. Right, I need to go do some work. Oh my goodness, no, I'm not doing work yet. I forgot I've got to hang the washing out. Right, I'll speak to you after that. Just got totally carried away. I still haven't gone up to do any work. Got the coffee pot on now. I got carried away, watered the garden, hung the washing out, got chatting to the neighbour. And, you know, I know it's a busy day and I've got stuff on, but I do think it's important to chat to your neighbours when the occasion arises. So I'm going to sort of chat about the weather. She was remarking that she likes the warm weather because everybody's in a good mood when the sun comes out, and it's true. Well, not everybody. My boyfriend is like, oh no, it's gone above 18 degrees, I can't cope. But everybody else is happy. Right, I have got to go and do some work now. It's 12:10 and I'm only just having breakfast. In fact, very unusually, I'm having ready break today. Oh, and I'm spilling it everywhere. I think it might need a bit more milk. I'm using the oat milk that I bought as an emergency to put in my coffee yesterday. but they didn't have any soya and I just find it too thin and it makes the coffee taste horrible, so I'm going to use it up and go and buy some Alpro soya later. So it looks like I might have a trip out later to do that. There, I like it runny and cold. Said it's ready Breck, it's not. It's Asda's chocolate flavour ready oats. High in fibre, eh? Maybe I should have this instead of rice cakes. I mean, I rather like it. It's nice on a hot day like this to have it all cold. I don't know about in the winter though. Hey, while I think of it, coming soon to a vlog on this channel, I'm going to be opening this. I've been sent a rather nice present from an Amazon seller in exchange for me featuring it in a video, but I'm waiting for the right context. I'm a bit busy today. I'm going to be doing lots of flute practice, so I don't want to do it today. I want to give it a good proper bit of attention when I open it, so I'm saving it. It's like Santa's been. I don't normally do sponsored videos, but I tell you what, I fancied this one and I thought it was relevant, so I went for it. It's later now, I've had my breakfast, got my vlog up. I need to go to the chemist, but I'm not sure if they're shut for lunch. I've just been looking at my crazy tea and coffee cupboard here. It's gone out of control. Isabel has started to add things to the cupboard like this, and she's been enjoying these boba teas. She's been buying the pearls and making them herself. And you know what? I'm terrible for having little picnic things. Oh, sorry, excuse the coffee and sugar. Is that sugar? It must be something to do with Izzy. Yeah, I'm a terrible hoarder, and I've accidentally gone and brought back the stuff from the Premier Inn as well. So yeah, quite often I've made these little picnic boxes of tea bags and coffee sachets, and then they just end up in the cupboard. Look, I've got another one here and there. So I thought, right, let's sort that out. Oh, I could be using these pots. Look. Right, I've cleaned my surface and I've had a little sort out. And this is what was in my cupboard. So these, I think, are decaf tea bags. So I'm just going to reintegrate those into the caddy. So that's easy. Right, in you go. Different brand to the current one, but it doesn't matter. Right, so that frees that up. Good. Oh, I've got washing up to do. Ignore the washing up. Next, these ones. These are normal tea bags, so they can go in my normal caffeinated tea bag box. That's for when guests come over. Right, back you go. Look at my hoard. I bulk buy things when they're on offer, basically, as you probably noticed. Right, so that can just go in the dishwasher and then go back in the cupboard. Now then, what have we got next? Now, I've investigated these and they're out of date, so they need to go in the bin, sadly. Hate wasting things, but there we are. These, you don't need milk for. They kind of got milk powder in, but they can go back in that box. These have come out for a picnic, basically, and not been drunk, because I always bring out more than I personally need in case somebody would like a cup, you see? So I take it for sharesies, and quite often everyone else has done the same thing, and we have too much. So, I mean, this is actually like a different brand, but it doesn't matter. My boyfriend would love this. He likes compartmentalism, you see. Right, I'll shove that up there for now, for the next picnic. That's just going to stay in the cupboard because that's for when a particular friend comes over who likes Canderel. And in fact, she gave me those in the first place. Put that there for now. And these can all just go in that bag because these are like travel supplies. And you know, I got these from the Premier Inn and they gave me all decaf, which is absolutely perfect. I didn't ask them for it. But that's good because that's what I have when I have instant coffee, usually. Sugar, I don't take sugar, but it's good for, you know, if you've got somebody with you who does. Get the tea bags, chuck them all in it. And then as if by magic, we had more space in the cupboard. I need to quickly do this dishwasher because that's going to annoy me, and then I can get all this clutter that's mounding up here out of sight back into the dishwasher, which is what I like about having a dishwasher. Believe it or not, there's actually enough to run a load. There we are, all done. I bought myself a new pan. I went a bit crazy in Lidl the other day. I only went in for a few bits. You know what it's like in Lidl's. Saw the middle aisle, didn't I? $11.99 for this rather lovely frying pan for $19.99. It's a wok, actually. I haven't used it yet. I'm excited to try. Probably need to do a stir fry especially. That's the wok one, Tefal, and Ernesto frying pan. But if I can find them, I'll leave links in the description. And I told you I went nuts, this is what I also got. This is part of it. There's another part, it's another interchangeable piece. See? Yeah, I think you can probably guess. It's a blender! My other one died ages ago and I'd had it on the side. I was going to try and fix it, but actually what happened was I just housed a broken bit of stuff for about 10 years. It's time I had a new one, which is this Breville. I haven't tried it out yet, so I'll be sure to vlog it when I do. But I've got loads of frozen fruit in the freezer, so I'm looking forward to trying something out. Some nutritious and tasty smoothie. That's the box for that one. $19.99 in Lidl's. Gotta love Lidl's. I really need to get my flute practice done out urgently, so I better get myself down in the cellar and do that. What happens in the cellar is it's colder down here than the rest of the house, so I put an extra top on, like one of these, not too thick. Then I instantly get hot because I'm practicing and then take them off. So let's sort those out. I'm in a very sorty-outy mood today. And meanwhile, Isabel does her guitar practice down here now as well. She's been learning the G major scale. She did devote a lot of time to that yesterday and she came out saying she could play it perfectly. I've spent just under an hour on my practice. I'm gonna have a break. I'm gonna go and get a prescription from the chemist that I need to get. I couldn't get yesterday, ironically, because I was in there, but it wasn't ready. It's a repeat. So I have to do that, something for me and Isabel. And also, after lunch, I'm gonna come back and do some just like scales and exercises because I don't feel as fluid as I would like to be because I didn't practice as much as I would have liked to have this week, and I certainly didn't practice while I was away in London. So it's on the wane a bit, and so it's this focus. It's because it's not very bright down here. Anyway, gonna go do that. I'm just waiting for my prescription at the chemist. God, I haven't seen these for years. £1.50. Look, do you remember those bonnets that old ladies used to wear? I haven't seen anybody wearing one of those for years. I'm getting really waylaid here. Well, I'm just waiting anyway. £1.49 for a toothpaste tube and a toothbrush. Not too bad. You usually get toothbrushes for £1 though in the value range in the supermarket. Well, that was completely fruitless. They didn't have it in. So I popped into Iceland. I thought I'll pick up some Alpro from here, but look what is still on offer. This is so much cheaper than it used to be. £1.50. I'm going to top up while I can, while they're still on offer. And I'm very tempted to try these. They're £1 for 4. That's my vice, that is. These are still 2 for £1.50. I've got to do a commute tomorrow by train, so that'll be a bit of advanced prep for that. Just pick that up for £2.69. Some natural yoghurt. Decided to go back to getting a big pot again. Missing it, I am. I don't like the sugary ones, now I've got used to that. £1.60 for a litre of fresh Alpro. I'm going to get that to just tide me over. It's funny how your mind keeps processing things, you know, in the background. It's amazing how it does that. So I went to Iceland, as you saw. My ice lollies do not look very good. I'll show those to you in a minute. But anyway, I was just coming back and I thought, I know what's happened with my prescription. Yesterday, I had to go and get an emergency prescription for antibiotics because obviously, waterworks problem. And I got the wrong prescription initially and I went down to the chemist with it, feeling unwell, and got there, I was in the queue, looked at it, and it was for my repeat prescription. And I thought, oh, that's funny. That must have just been randomly at the doctor's for some past reason and been superseded by some phone call order or something. But anyway, it wasn't, clearly. It was the prescription that was meant to be coming down to them, wasn't it? So it didn't go down to them because it's here. It too is waterworks related, but a sort of ongoing prevention thing. Obviously not working. But anyway, I should at least try it. So I'm going to have to go back to the flipping chemist with it. But I need lunch first. But anyway, look at this. Completely liquid ice lolly. It's gone that colour because presumably of the licorice, but I don't really want to go back to Iceland. That was completely melted, so I'm a bit annoyed, but I don't want to spend a load of time now for the sake of 50p, so I'm just gonna leave it. I think I might try and eat them. I mean, if it's been like that for weeks on end, it's probably not very good for me, but if it's only been an hour, it's probably fine. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put them in the bin. And I forgot these ones come with sherbet sachets. I thought that was those. So anyway, let's see how we get on with those. They can be a bit messy. You have to tip it into a cup or something because otherwise it just goes everywhere. Lunch is going to be day 3. Well, it was cooked the day before yesterday, but me and Izzy both had this for leftover lunch yesterday, but she obviously didn't eat very much because there's loads left. Not enough for a whole meal, so I'm going to top it up with some chickpeas, and Lidl had them in jars. So wonderful, yay. This has been in the fridge, by the way, in case you're worried about me poisoning myself. Oops, I think I might have rehydrated it a bit too much and turned it into a soup. Oh well, I like soup, that's okay.
I'm going to serve that up and put some cheese on it.
I decided I needed an ice lolly for afters. Yeah. It's gone on the floor. Tastes okay.
I put the sherbet in a bowl. I remember now why I don't buy these. Okay, so I had to use a spoon. I mean, it was quite pleasant.
You saw which cabinet I got that from. It didn't have a lid to lift up. It was like an open freezer cabinet. I bet if I'd have got it from the ones with the lids, it would have been okay. So that's what I'm going to do next time. Now, I've got to go to the chemist. What time is it now? It's nearly 4 o'clock. I have all my time mapped out for today, and it does not involve a second trip to the chemist, but nonetheless, I have to go.
Might as well use the waiting time productively. Okay, we've had some success. Yippee! Now it's flute o'clock. And I'll speak to you when I've finished.
It's about 5 to 8 in the evening now. I have been on the phone to my mum, been practicing, I've been editing, of course. Izzy is back from Barry Island and she's had an absolutely awesome day. She's been paddling, she's been sitting on the beach with her friend, she's been mooching around with a friend, buying chips and buying a huge waffle, which apparently has filled her up so much that she doesn't want dinner. So I've just done something that she can dig into later when she eventually is hungry.
Which is this. It's a load of sauteed veg basically with some chickpeas and some halloumi with some gnocchi, which has been gnocchiing about in the fridge for ages. Doesn't look very appetizing right now. I think it needs to be turned up a bit. Yeah, I'm probably going to chuck it all in and stir it in. Now I know this is a bit weird, but I'm just fretting a bit that it's a bit low on iron because I've used cheese instead of pulses. There's not a lot in the way of chickpeas in there because I was just using the jar. But I'm just going to dollop some tin tuna on the side of the plate once it's served up, just to get the iron up.
These teenage girls, they do need their iron. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's very daily vlog at home. Could you please give it a like if you happen to like it, because it helps the channel to grow and I really appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Tuna goes all right with it actually, quite compatible.